What up, my tribe? Stock Caller here. Tonight we're just gonna do a new video of the Discord because the last time I did it um was on January 31st, and we now have a lot of changes. So I want to do a new video. I will be deleting this one and replacing it with the one I'm creating now. So let's get into it. We're on the Discord, My Tribe Trading. Over to the left here are all the channels and all of the changes. I'm going to quickly go through them all so everybody's on the same page. Whenever you invite somebody to join our Discord, send them to this video first so they can understand the layout of the land, basically. Let's start with the top, okay? If you don't know, Discords are organized into categories, and within each category are a bunch of channels, okay? So that's kind of what we've got here. So without any further ado, let's go to the first category, tribe introduction. In fact, I'm going to shrink all these down. Check this out. Let's just go over all the categories real quick. And then I will downsize them, and then we'll. All right. Tribe introduction. There's the channels. These are the categories. Tribe introduction, tribe headquarters, under the umbrella, trading floors, master traders, tribe hive, tribe data and orientation, strategy training, indicators that we use, tribe rehab, and then MTT online sites. So social media platforms, other places online where you can communicate with us for those who are interested. So let's start with tribe introduction. The first thing is the welcome video. All right, so anybody that comes along, we want to send them to the welcome video. If you haven't already done it, feel free to watch that. About MTT is the second. This is just a little history of how the My Tribe Trading Discord came about. Discord, or sorry, disclaimer, basically don't sue us. It's all on you. And if you're new here, go ahead and go in there and agree to those terms by giving us the thumbs up. Tribe rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Sitemap, and as we've already talked about, and then the member ranks. Member ranks, real quick. This channel is each, you might see over here on the side. Some people are blue. If you're blue, you're a beginner. Some of these people might be more advanced. They just haven't told me that they want to change. I don't do that. I don't choose who gets to be what. You tell me, like, hey, I think I'm no longer a beginner. And if you're wondering how we define a beginner, you're going to read right here. I give a description so that you'll have to that's really on you. I used to consider myself an expert trader when I traded for a year, full time. And then I realized I couldn't stay profitable consistently. So I demoted myself to pro trader, because in the end, it's all about honesty with yourself, right? So that's what this channel is about, how the name colors on our Discord, how they're defined. So expert trader, pro trader, intermediate trader, and beginner trader. And you can read the definitions there. And like I said, some people over here, they probably, they don't care. So it's up to you if you want to do that or not. Okay, so that's the first category and all those channels there. And let's go to tribe headquarters. What is tribe headquarters, right? It's basically the government of the Discord. And so anytime I change anything, a new channel is created, or a channel name is changed, or anything like that, I am going to put it here. Okay, so that's what that is. It's just a boring Discord update on the changes that we've made, so that you guys don't get lost when you log in and something's changed and you're like, where did that go? So maybe put an alert, change your alerts, or go into your settings and make this channel alert you, like right here up in the right, see where it says notification settings? I have this channel muted, so you don't want to unmute this channel if you want to hear whenever I give an update. Sometimes I'll put at everyone, like right here, see that? And that'll ping everybody that has their notifications on, but I don't want to do that every time because that's annoying. Tried feedback. This is when I want to put it out to the tribe and say, hey, like for example, this last time on February 28th, I said, just curious about your experiences with my tribe trading from an outsider's perspective, blah, 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 blah. I'm just trying to get feedback, I believe up here, see, it's kind of a democracy, democratic approach to, because I don't believe in like being a tyrant. I want everybody's input. And up here we had a problem with we created a political channel and it created some discord, amongst our members. And then I put it out there and said, I feel like we should delete it. What do you guys think? And people gave feedback. And based on that, we deleted the politics because we're here to trade, right? And we all have different politics and we don't want ill feelings in between us. Who cares about that? We're here to make money. So we narrowed our focus down and that's Tribe Headquarters. So those are the only two channels that exist in there right now. And that's what they're all about. Under the umbrella. See, I try to keep, when it comes to creating this Discord, I wanted to kind of have a macro perspective of the markets and then narrow it down into a micro perspective. And that's kind of how I set it up, the categories down through the channels and the other categories. But under the umbrella basically means, well, here it is. It's DI that uses this, is it an acronym? No. What's the word? Example. It's not example. Under the umbrella. What do you use an umbrella for? To hold it over your head to protect you from sunlight and rain, right? Well, in the markets, for example, under the umbrella, let me show you real quick here. Let me just show you really quick. Under the umbrella means this. I need to move some stuff out of the way. Okay. Let me downsize this. All right. What do we do? What do we do first? On the Discord, you're going to see two channels under the umbrella. The Russell trend and the hot sector. Okay, what's the Russell trend? You can click on that channel. And going to Trading View, we use the IWM ticker, Russell 2000. This is the 1 hour chart. And it looks like it was trying to turn a corner here with a hammer candlestick. But that's on the 1 hour. On the daily, so what we do is we'll usually pull up the daily. Under the umbrella means you want to trade with the trend, right? The trend is your friend. And so why? Because when you trade with the trend, the likelihood of you entering a trade and it going your way. Let me change the candles to Heikin Ashi so it looks more. Where are my Heikin Ashi candles? Okay. So it makes the trend more obvious. It's weird. Why isn't it turning them? There we go. Okay, check this out. So look at the trend now. The Heikin Ashi candles really define the trend more, whereas I had just had Japanese candlesticks up before, but now it's obvious, right? So the trend is your friend. You trade under the umbrella, meaning you log in, and on this channel, the whole reason why we created it is so that as a group, as a tribe, we can all make and put forth the effort to every day log in here and do a green circle, which would indicate an uptrend, yellow sideways, red downtrend. And that just kind of helps and you could turn the notifications on for this channel so that when anybody who's cool enough that gives a crap about everybody can log in here and do, hey, today on the daily the Russell is going up. So here's a green dot, right? So here's the daily, and it looks like we've been in an uptrend. And we might be beginning either sideways movement, so the dot would be yellow, or if it sells off, then it's going to be in a downtrend. And so we want to trade with the trend. We don't want to be trading against headwinds. You don't want to be going long when you should be going short. You don't want to be going short when you should be going long. So again, everything in our Discord set up to increase the probabilities of you taking a good trade. And that's why I have this above the trading floors, because you're trying to get a bird's eye view, a macro idea of whether or not you should even be trading that day. And then another way that Russell trend ties into the our strategy is go to tribe data and orientation. Check out the scoreboard. Look what DI has done here. Oh, okay. That, I guess he might have cut it off, but on previous ones, yeah. Oh, he might have an explanation of why he ditched the Russell. Because sometimes the Russell might be red and stocks are going up, and sometimes the Russell might be green and stocks are going down. So here's where it was. And we saw a correlation, right? So on days that were green, you had more runners. On days that were red, you had less. So we'll have to, again, we're constantly evolving. The Discord and the scoreboard is like a living, breathing document and platform. So I'd like to know what DI thought about ditching the Russell index and tying that in with the scoreboard. But anyways, okay, so back to, again, it gives you a macro trend. You know, you want to trade when the market's hot. And that brings us to the next channel in this category is what hot sector. A couple of weeks ago, we had Chinese stocks flying off the hook, you know, so I figured if something starts cooking like the electric vehicle sector, and we've got multiple low float tickers that are within that sector, then, you know, it's any of one of us can log in here and say, hey, pay attention to these tickers in this sector, because you know, a lot of times they're called sympathy plays. One will take off and then they'll all start running, you know. And the reason why that happens is some traders, that's their edge. They'll basically take and put a bunch of money all at once if the stock sector starts running, and some of them haven't started running yet. They'll just go and park money in all those tickers, and their whole account will come up like that. That's seriously somebody's strategy. I've seen it. And anyways, okay, moving on. Trading floors. So now that you have the macro perspective of the markets, because like I said on TradingView, you know, you go to the macro and you're like, oh, okay, this is trending up. So now let's go to, and then you see like today we had QNRX run. And let's take it down to the, you know, since we're under the umbrella of the 1 day on the IWM, the Russell 2000, we're trading under a bigger umbrella of a bullish overall market, and then you whittle it down to the smaller time frames like QNRX. You can do this on multiple any stock really. You know, QNRX has been in a downtrend on the daily, you know, so, and then I don't know what the news was today, but it got bullish, and then, you know, you can keep whittling it down on the hourly. Look, we got two green candles here down to the 10-minute. It's called trading under the umbrella. When a stock is in a buy on a higher time frame, it gives you a little bit more protection to trade it on the lower time frames. And if you're going long, then you would want the higher time frame to be bullish, and so then you would drop it down. And what that means is when you're trading on the lower time frame under a bigger time frame buy, then your likelihood of making good entries and exits, and you actually being able to get out with the trend on the lower time frames, increases your odds. So again, it's a probability game, right? So you might, I believe that scoreboard's set up for, you know, stuff to be in a buy on the 5-minute, like the volume triggers and stuff. So if you wanted to, you know, like today on QNRX, here's the 5-minute chart in after hours. Let's go to the move. This move was at, where the heck is the 5-minute? Where was that move? Okay. Looks like it happened. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't want to make this video too long because it's all about the sitemap, right? Let me get back on track. All right. But you get the idea. If a bigger time frame is in a buy, it means that you can use the smaller time frame to scalp, basically. You know, oh, the 5-minute's still in a buy. I can keep scalping on the 1-minute, you know, so buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And you keep looking. Sometimes guys will they'll take their trading view and they'll put up 3 different charts, right? They'll make this the 10-minute, they'll make this the 1 hour, the 10-minute, the 5-minute, or the, you know, the 5-minute, the 3-minute, and the 1-minute. And so they're constantly monitoring which one is going into the buy. Obviously, the smaller time frames go into a sell first, but if the larger time frames are holding the trend and continually going up, you can keep, trading in and out of the stock until but once the 10-minute would go into a sell, you wouldn't want to be trading on the 1 minute or any lower time frame because they're going down. So the chances of it bouncing once you get in, it's bull, it goes from bullish to bearish and vice versa. All right, enough said about that. Didn't want to leave you hanging. Okay, let's go back to the Discord and we're talking about the sitemap. Okay, trading floors. Percentage alerts. This is the 100% and beyond channel. Okay. And again, remember what first triggers us into even paying attention to the markets? Well, when you're watching your top gainers on your brokerage and one is nearing 100%, that's when somebody will come in here like today. Let's see here. Today we had SBFM called out, AISP called out. That means this person saw it at 100% on their top gainer list, and they went in here and typed the ticker. Okay, and then what that does is you want to, especially for this channel, you want to turn your notifications on so you can actually hear a chime. So somebody might be working or whatever, like ding, I'm like, oh, this stock hit 100%. Let me pull it up on the chart. Let me check out to see if it fits all the scoreboard criteria, because then all of a sudden the scoreboard, our 100% beyond strategy comes into play. And that's what all of these are. All of these hit 100% and beyond. Okay. So that's what that's for. Just brings it to your attention that a stock has hit 100%. And then it's your job to log in and see, does it fit all the scoreboard criteria? Is it a virgin, meaning has it run in the last 60 days or not? What's the launch price? If it's a penny float, what's the float? If it's a dollar float, what's the float? Here's the averages across the top. What time of day is it? How long has it been running? First run. How long? How much percentage gain has it made already? Have I missed the run? Usually you shouldn't touch it if it's already hit 125%. So you need to be quick, and they don't always move super fast. But the float determines that, time of day float determines that, volume determines that. Here's the volume trigger, time to triple, meaning, okay, I'm not going to get into that. All right, so you get what percentage alerts are. All right, and then main board is where we all day trade. Okay, this is where the most action happens on our Discord. It's the main board on the entire Discord. We're chatting it up in here all day long. I've been scrolling for a little bit now, and this is all from today. So this is kind of that's why, yeah, anyways, you get the idea. This is where we're day trading. This is where we're talking about what we're trading, what we're doing, Looks like Jolly Green had a good time today, sharing a couple pictures, blind squirrel. They must have been celebrating their early morning wins. Those guys get up at the butt crack of dawn, I tell you. All right, short board. This is if people want to talk about shorting. Swing board, if you're a short-term swinger trader, maybe you just swing overnight. Right now, the market's pretty bearish, so to swing something overnight, most of us aren't doing it, but we have in the past. We have talked about it in the past. I love swinging. A lot of us were all swing traders before we got into day trading. So that in time, swing trading this board is probably going to be become more alive. Obviously, when you're swinging, you don't talk a lot about the swings because you're not day trading. You might put a swing on for 3 weeks, depending on how it's setting up and stuff. So, but as we all get more wealthy and we have money to burn, we're going to probably parking. We're going to be talking more in this channel where we're going to be like, okay, guys, check this out. It's setting up. I'm going to hold this for 3 months because of these are all the catalysts that are coming up. Let's talk about our odds of probability of making money on this. I'm going to park 10,000 here and see how it does. That's when you, of course, have money to burn, and you can only trade so much day trading, so much position size. So that's what swing board is all about. Long board is long-term investments where you park money for a long period of time based on maybe fundamentals and some technical, but fundamentals being really important there. Maybe some blue chip stocks, anyways, daily debrief. This is this is kind of like it's different from Tribe headquarters, Tribe feedback, in the sense that sometimes there might be an issue that we all need to talk about that has to do specifically with our trading. Like, hey guys, what happened on that? Gosh, we all got into that. It fell apart. Let's find out. Let's talk about why. Or like maybe we need to address like over trading. Maybe we've got some revenge trading going on. This is kind of where we do that. We talk about our feelings, um, you know, whatever. That's kind of how I see it. You kind of have to talk about what happened on the day. We do that in main board too, but this is where you really want to get specific and like make it a point like, hey guys, what's going on with our trading today? You know, sometimes this has more to do with like psychology, the psychology of trading, and maybe what's challenging us, and some issues that we need to address to help everybody pull through it. Because trading's a lonely profession. You're the only one that can push or not that can push the buttons. None of us can do that. You're the one that has to push the buttons. So this is where we kind of talk about that. All right. Master traders. This is DI, Jolly Green, and I. And they're not journals. Like DI shares, he's constantly tweaking and improving himself through his strategies and habits for entry and exit, and that's where he shares it. You could say it's like a journal, but these are the guys that you want to listen to, you want to pay attention to, because they know what they're talking about. They're making money. Jolly Green, same thing. He hasn't really done much in this, but I know he's working on something. He might share some of that in here, but he's also going to be putting it in Longboard because he's going to talk more about long-term investments. So this is his personal platform where he's got a soapbox. DI's got a soapbox. We're not going to put anybody in here that doesn't know what they're talking about. I'm in here because I act like I know what I'm talking about, but I've got a lot to learn, and I run the Discord, and I sometimes say some good things, so I've been told. But I sometimes feel like I'm definitely a work in progress and far below these guys. But I've got it in my heart to become a master trader. So I would say I'm probably more of an apprentice trader to these great traders. All right, let's downsize that. Let's downsize trading floors. All right, the Tribe Hive is kind of our social area, happy hour. The other night I was out hanging with some friends and posted that there. So if you're ever out on vacation or just out recreating, drinking beer with your dog, like Brian does, then this is where we just share some, personal stuff from our lives. Here looks like Jolly's on a cruise ship. So, we have lives outside of trading, right? Share it with others. Let's because someday we're all going to meet, I have a feeling, and it'll be nice to know a little bit about each other when we do, if we do. Faith, whatever religion you are, I didn't call it religion because it's more just about different and personal for everybody. Y'all have your own faith in whatever it is that you believe, but sometimes it's okay. Bear Dalton, he likes sharing, talking about Jesus in here, and I like sharing. I like Christian music, and we don't turn our nose up at anybody's beliefs, but you're welcome to share with us what helps you keep going every day. Lessons learned is kind of like it's more like long-term lessons that you've learned that you might want to share with the tribe. It's a little different than trading floor daily debrief, because daily debrief is that day, the day of. Lessons learned might be a lesson that you finally learned after struggling it for a year, that you want to see. Our Discord is all about service, self-sacrifice, giving of your knowledge to others to benefit them and lift them and raise. We imagine a harbor full of boats. We want to raise all boats, so we just pour water in, all of us, to raise everybody around us, because that's what life's all about. In the end, you can have the mansion on the hill and the sports car out front, but if you're in the back sitting on the diving board all by yourself and you have nobody around you, what have you gained? So share your lessons learned, share your faith with others, share what inspires you. Next channel, inspiration. This might just be a meme, a GIF, a song, a picture, whatever you want. Just, maybe some quotes that inspire you. You have two choices. You can make a living, or you can design a life. One of my favorites is, you can either make hard choices now to have an easy life later, or you can make easy choices now to have a hard life later. Club Alpha is kind of a VIP club. I'm not going to click on that one because it's a private channel. But once you become an expert trader or pro trader, you'll be invited to come here. And honestly, you can invite yourself by saying, "Hey, I'm an expert. I make money. I do this for a living now. I trade full time. I'm consistently profitable." You can be a liar, and we'll change your name green. You can come in, but there's only like 5 people in there right now, and it's because they've all learned how to discipline themselves enough to make money consistently. And this is kind of where we talk about things that you're not going to know we talk about until you become a part of that club. And alpha just is it's a term in the trading world that means you've found an edge that beats the market. Okay. And that's basically all that information is already here on the outside in the tribe data and orientation category and channel. But again, in here we'll talk more about, Cuban cigars and cocaine. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right. Anyways. All right. Tribe data. Let me downsize that. Again, like I said, dude, join us, figure this out and become a part of the VIP crowd. You're just as important to us as the rest of us think we are. And honestly, the men in this group, the women, the most humble people you'll ever meet. They're not all about that, They're a lot of these guys have really sacrificed for God and country and family and friends and work, and they've stayed humble through it all. All right, tribe data. This is a very valuable category because it holds the heart of the Discord, and it's this right here, the scoreboard. DI has been publishing these over a year now and crunching the data that gives us these averages across the top of the scoreboard. All right. So every time a runner fits the scoreboard criteria and becomes 100% and beyond play, it makes it to this scoreboard. And then the data is crunched to make these. I mean, just the most prime perfect example is look at the blue in the middle. Look at all these runners. The average runtime is 6:45 a.m. Central. So 7:45 a.m. Central, you should be awake before that time because that's when 85%, and I mean on this little, what is this, a month's worth? It's like 99% of the runners happen during this time. So that data right there tells you when you don't need to be trading from this. You shouldn't even be on your computer during this time. You're just going to give your money away. So that's what the scoreboard's all about. Now, scoreboard charts, what I do is every time a new ticker is added to the scoreboard, I come in here and I chart it. And how do I chart it? The green line is the entry, the red line is the exit. So that means right here, 100%. And then the exit is you sell on the Tilson 3. Or what is this? This is the 5 minute. So there's your entry, there's your exit. Boom, that's the strategy. And then what I've been doing is I do the 5 minute, the 3 minute, and the 1 minute so you can compare and to see if the percentage was any different. And you should be doing that yourself anyway as well, but I enjoy doing it for myself and for you. Strategy Explained are all the videos on the strategy. And here's the document. I basically took this document and that's what these videos are based on. And this DI wrote this document on the scoreboard strategy. And it looks like he just posted a new today. He must have updated it. So see, the beautiful thing about DI is he's constantly updating the document and making it better and tweaking it and maybe deleting stuff and rewriting it. So you want to stay attuned to this tribe data and orientation because without data, you don't have an edge. You've got to crunch the data so that you can determine whether you have an edge or not. And once you have an edge, then it just boils down to your ability to execute on that edge. Okay. Instant replays. I haven't been doing these as much as often because I've mainly just been doing the charting, but you can go back and I break down these plays. Okay. And DI has as well. But I just basically go back through and and I kind of pretend like I'm doing it in real time where I'll actually chart it for you and show you. And these are beneficial because it'll show you how to use the tools on TradingView yourself. Live trades, I've only done a couple of these, but it's actually where the market is running. These are just paper trades, but the market is literally running, and I am actually watching the top gainers, and and then it shows me how I'm pulling up TradingView, checking to see if it fits the criteria on the scoreboard, putting the line on the chart, how I use the indicators, and you can watch to see if I make money or not. Those aren't always easy to do because I have to set it up and I have to push record, and among other things, while I'm trying to do it myself, I'm thinking of you guys and how I can create a video that actually works out and I capture it at the right time of day. So I want to do more of these, and eventually I want to do more of these with real money. Okay, so all right, moving on. How-to videos. There's only a couple in here. How to turn on the alerts for the 100% channel. That one's good. And this is on desktop, and then how to do it on your cell phone. This was done with an Android, so you probably want to, your iPhone might be a little different. All right, let's downsize that and go to strategy training. This is the backtesting channel. All I did was, you got to backtest every strategy that you try, right? Whatever it is, you got to backtest it and test it and test it and test it, and do that with paper. And on this channel, I explain how to backtest the 100% and beyond strategy. Because if you don't practice on paper, you're just going to lose money on, if you do it for real money. Okay, the indicators we use are the 100% DGL. Oh, let's do Tilson. Put the Tilson on your chart. Just going to TradingView and type in Tilson T3, and you can get that on your chart. And we use it to enter and exit, or sorry, we don't use it to enter, we use it to exit. And then the 100% DGL. One of our members named Term, he created this along with the help of, I don't know if anybody helped him, I won't say that, but it's an indicator that you can put on your chart that automatically gives you the 100%, 200%, 300%, 400%, 500% lines on your chart, so you don't have to chart those yourself. All right, let's keep this video short. I think I'm going long here. Tribe Rehab. This is all psychology, right? Because a lot of us are struggling with something that just keeps taking our money away, right? Most of us are boom and bust traders. Only like 5% of traders make it, guys. And so, because they say once you can have a strategy, you can have an edge, but if you're bleeped in the head, you might never be able to do this. Because the only thing that limits you beyond the ability to mechanically trade are your self-limiting beliefs, or your beliefs about being wrong. I'm not going to get into it, but that's why I haven't created very many of these channels. I wanted to do a video for each one, but it takes a lot of heart and soul to put that out there and talk about the ugly side of trading, and maybe what you're struggling with, because your self-sabotaging beliefs are what destroy your account. And who wants to face themselves? And honestly, that's probably why there's only one channel that I've created a video for so far, and it's facing yourself. Because if you really want to be a good trader, you got to look in the mirror, because trading is going to do it. You can't lie to yourself. Why? Because your trading account either is going up or it's going down. And if how can you? All right, so those will come as I feel motivated to do them. And then the last thing is My Tribe Trading Online Sites, our YouTube channel, our Facebook channel. Let me just really quick click on this. Okay, well, there's the YouTube channel. Here's our Facebook. Let me see if this the hyperlink even takes me there. Yep, there it is. We have 10 members. Yay. It's just another place where we can all hang out, because you got to have more than one social media platform, because what if Discord goes down? What if so I would recommend y'all come in here, find it, and become a part of it. That way, if one of our things go down, you can find us somewhere else. And then the website, I bought the domain mytribetrading.com, but I haven't built the website. So maybe in time, I'll find a reason why I should do that. All right, that's it. Thank you for your time and attention to this. And welcome to My Tribe Trading, guys. I hope this is helpful. I'm gonna post it here once I record it, or sorry, once I upload it to YouTube, I'll put it here. And that's pretty much it. I will see you next time. And keep up the good work. Thank you for being a part of our this experience that we call life. Adios.